Hi, Dixie.
Hi.
Hey, we had that great session last night.
Yes.
And you were very engaged as I was explaining how, at least in my understanding, this works chemically in our body. That made a difference for you somehow in hearing sort of the physical progression of how you get to feel peaceful. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. And one of the amazing things is that depending on what emotion we have, this is what we were talking about last night, depending on the emotion that we have, and your 3-year-old was wanting to flee, something's dangerous,
Yes.
I'm in danger, I'm fearful, so there's an emotion. That emotion goes to a place in the brain where a molecule is created, a peptide,
Yes.
that corresponds to that emotion. So your thought actually creates something physical in your body. I'm still stunned by that. By my thought, just by my thought, without moving a muscle, something gets created. Thought turns into something physical. Now that physical thing, the peptide, then goes out to every cell in my body, and that is the instructions for how my body is going to function. The peptides are the instructions for the DNA to do their stuff. So if I'm fearful, I'm in fight or flight mode, I'm all ready for danger. Remember we talked about that? Like the blood goes out of the stomach, it goes into the limbs, so they're ready to run, the muscles tighten up, they're ready to fight if they need to, the heart rate goes up, even our focus changes in our eyes, our temperature of our skin goes up. All these reactions, which are great when there's a tiger there, but when it happens year after year after year, since you were 3 years old, that's wearing on the body. And you don't have fibromyalgia, but for people who do have fibromyalgia, their bodies have just been so worn by always being on guard. So when we pay attention and we come to that peaceful place, we produce a different molecule. And it goes to the cells, and they can relax, and they can start to produce the things that naturally they do when they're relaxed, which heal and restore and give us health. Yeah. And remember, that was almost like it just seemed like it really connected for you.
It did because I think there was a part of me as a kid that did not process certain, how do I say this? I get that part because in the 8th grade I had a 3rd grade reading level, and now I have 3 different degrees. It's not because I'm smart, it's because I lacked the neurons processing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that might.
The connection, the chemistry part of it didn't heal. I've done a lot of healing, and because of that, it's gotten me to this point. My dad had not muscular, it's a reflex, where, and it was in his hands.
Okay.
And I know that if he would have done something like this, that it would have healed him. I know it would have, because it would have fulfilled, okay, stop.
Okay, great, thanks.